Hello again, shipmates. Captain Cutie here, and it's thrilling to be back with you again. One of the trends in boating, especially in long-range destination cruising, is online or app-based marina reservation systems. Perhaps the most popular of these services is Dockwa. Skipper Darrell had extensive experience with it during his 2018 cruising season, using it to make reservations at 14 different marinas. He has some observations about it that he'd like me to share with you. Both the online and app versions are easy to use. After you take a few minutes to set up your account, including vessel information and payment method, it really is as simple as search and click. Dockwa takes care of the rest. But it is important to understand what the architecture of the system is, at least how Skipper Darrell has been able to figure out according to marina personnel he spoke with. In and of itself, it is not a reservation system per se, like the large hotel room systems. It's a selection, communication and fund processing system, a portal to affiliated marinas everywhere. The first step is for you to search for a marina and make the selection. You would enter an arrival date and length of stay. Your account information fills in the rest, such as your name, contact information, ship size and power requirements. Dockwa then sends this information via email to the marina. They then make the actual reservation decision, not Dockwa. If the marina can accommodate you, you receive an email confirmation from the marina via the Dockwa system. If they can't, you receive a denial. So, it looks as if the reservation is being made by Dockwa, but it's actually by the marina. Dockwa processes any payment to be received, whether that is a deposit, which by the way post at different times depending on the marina's preference, or payment in full in advance. Skipper Darrell's experience is that this reservation is not a slip assignment. That's not available until you arrive, not unlike the usual. But there were several instances where he and Admiral Lisa had to move the boat to different slips several times during a stay. This was particularly true where the marina did not have dedicated transient slips, but were instead mostly owned or leased slips that they backfilled transients into based on availability. Speaking of transients, it is Skipper Darrell's opinion that Dockwa is not well suited for typical transient reservations, a few days here or there, but for longer-term destination reservations. For periods of times measured in weeks or months rather than days. Another weakness that became apparent several times is that some marina staff members were not quite in tune with recognizing Dockwa emails expeditiously. Reservation requests sometimes took days to process rather than hours or minutes, or were missed entirely. Also, changes to arrival and departure dates did sometimes seem to get lost in the shuffle. Follow-up phone calls became necessary. And if that's the case, why go through the app in the first place? As an aside, he says that several marina staff members were perturbed about boaters calling the marinas about their Dockwa accounts. The most common need was for password assistance, which the marinas are not able to handle. Then there is the matter of cancellation policies. It is by marina and it is confusing. Plus, there is a 3-day cancellation threshold. If you need to cancel further out than that prior to arrival, no problem. You'll get a full refund minus a processing fee that can be as high as 10%, which seems high. Cancellations within that 3-day window are not refundable. Most of the marinas we talked to said to call them on the side and they'll work something out. All in all, Skipper Darrell's experience with Dockwa was positive but not perfect. There were glitches. It was also a better experience once he figured out what Dockwa's main emphasis was: destination boaters with longer stays, not transients. He also thought that they were heavy-handed with funds. Just like many e-commerce sites these days, once they have your money, They do not want to give it back and have created terms that accomplish that. As a matter of fact, several marina managers agreed, but the lure of more money being sifted to the marina's owners drove the decision to use them. For instance, during one stay, Skipper Darrell found it advantageous to leave a destination after the second day of a 5-day reservation. He asked the marina if he could shift those 3 extra days just a couple of weeks into the future. The marina was agreeable to that, but Dockwa's policy was that he would lose his money, pay, and stay, full stop. No flexibility. Skipper Darrell does give Dockwa a passing grade though. It does work if everyone does their job. That includes the captain. Advanced planning will be more important to minimize risk. As he says, it's how things are going to be, so we all better figure out how to get ahead of it. If he had one suggestion, it would be to issue mooring credits to boaters for a particular marina if plans have to change and the marina has already been paid in full. For instance, if a crew and vessel cannot, for any reason, make it to a marina for a mooring, credits can be issued for that marina only for the unused nights. And, to be fair, their foul weather policy is acceptable. It's been smashing being able to give you this report for Skipper Darrell, and thank you for your appreciation and lovely thoughts. I do get off being with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. See you again soon. Kisses.